be with you, but that's it. You wanna go there, been waiting for this all night. Ooh la la la, you got me high. I've been feeling you, so just come over. Ooh la la la, you're on my mind. It's been getting late.
So you guys, the information that just came out has thrown me for a loop. We're back with more information. I will be posting other information as well later on today. But since we've been talking about this topic, and I've been trying to keep up, and hello to the new followers. Welcome to my channel, Melisha Marie. I give my opinions, whatever, on any topic we want to talk about. And at this point, we are talking about Wendy Williams. Since where's Wendy Williams aired, I knew kind of figured something was going to come about because the judge now has been exposed of who the judge was that sealed her guardianship case in New York City. The judge's name is Lisa, I hope I say it right, Skoloff or Skoloff. Now, she is the judge that signed off for Wendy to have a guardian that is not her family. Now, the reason we're talking about her today is because there are some things that came out to her threatening her son, now Wendy's son. So the Neighborhood Talk, shout out to Neighborhood Talk, said fact finding. Judge who ruled the Wendy Williams guardianship case was previously investigated for granting guardianship appointments to people who donated to Supreme Court election campaign. It says that is Judge Lisa Sokoloff received 5,720 campaign donations from 20 people involved in guardianships and awarded those same people 62. Now, we now know who Wendy Guardian is at that bottom. Her name is Sabrina. Okay, so I'm going to read you what it says. It says, documentary has everyone questioning why she was appointed a professional guardian when her family says they were willing to assume the role. We did some digging. This is what Neighborhood Talk posted, okay? And what we found is crazy. Let's start from the beginning. Due to Wendy's declining health, which we know now is due to aphasia and dementia, Wells Fargo Bank petitioned to have Williams placed under temporary financial guardianship to protect her funds from being mismanaged. They believed she was a victim of undue influence and financial exploitation after Wendy tried to switch banks after moving to Miami to stay with her family. The petition was filed by Wells Fargo in 2022. Please keep 22 in mind as you read further. Wendy's son, Kevin Hunter Jr., was taking care of her at the time, but after Wells Fargo filed the petition, lawyers for the bank painted him out to be an unfit guardian and accused him of frivolously spending his mother's money. Now, we saw that in the documentary, right? The judge presiding over the case appointed a professional guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, and the threatened Kevin Jr. with the kidnapping charges if he didn't hand his mother over. The judge is Lisa Skoloff. We did some digging in the judge and find out that she was previously investigated by AB7 New York News. After a paper trail revealed she granted guardianship to people who donated to her Supreme Court election campaign. Judge Lisa received $5,722 in campaign donations from 2019 to 2022 for 20 guardianships, lawyers, law firms, people who deal in guardianship cases, and awarded those same people or law firms 62 appointments in 2022. So they basically said they're not sure. Sabrina did fund for that campaign, and that's true. They're not sure. But when I did digging myself, y'all can pause and read it here. This is a guardianship thing, okay? But when I did it myself, I did see that she was not the only judge. There were a line of 20 people who work on the Guardianship Supreme Court. Okay, now this is just a little bit of what you had to have for the guardianship and the things that you got to go through to do the guardianship, I guess, in New York City by the Supreme Court, what you had to have, things of that nature. You see they did ask for Q&A on the website, and all of that, so forth. Now, a lot of people are kind of trying to figure out now, which they might have to dig deep, because remember the family say the court case was sealed. Now, a lot of people trying to figure out what's really going on, because if the court case is sealed, then somebody didn't abide by those rules, and they wanted to keep their seat. So they did what they had to do. Just like, Orange 45 bloke man that's got a lot going on. He's selling shoes to get him to buy his way in the seat and fund off what he needs to so he can get that seat. All of this that Wendy has going on now is not just about a celebrity standpoint. It's more like a political standpoint now. It went from using her name and what she worked hard for, because they felt like Wendy is so far gone that they don't have to investigate anything. So when I went and looked, and I did some digging myself, I saw that it was that. So I took this screenshot before I can go deeper, and it says, attorney for Ms. Matz yesterday disclosed that their client has been silenced by the New York Supreme Court justice, by that judge, under unconstitutional court order. Okay, and then I pulled up the article. It basically was saying that they were she was holding contempt hearing over violation of a gag order that she gave to Peter Matt's guardianship case. Now, I know you guys like, who is this Peter Matt's person? So when I did some digging, just like they did their digging, I said, hold on, we got to talk about it because this is very important. Peter Matt's was basically a artist, okay? Y'all can pause and read here. It has the court date information, the courtroom, and everything. Now we're gonna get into Peter Matz was an artist. Peter Matz, I'm not sure if it was, I glanced over it, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't fully read everything, but I think one of his family members her family members wanted to do something for her. So let me read it to you. Attorneys for Ms. Matz yesterday disclosed that their client had been silenced by New York Supreme Court Justice Lisa under an unconstitutional court order by forbidding her from speaking publicly to the press about her father's circumstances or releasing, filing, and transcripts of court proceedings from the case. Sounds familiar? Where she is challenging her father's guardianship. Legal citation from December 15th, 1791, prevalence of reference. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise, therefore abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the right of people, peaceable to assembly and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. This young woman was fighting for her father, who was an artist. It's said that Lisa tried to shut her up, the same way she tried to do Lil Kevin and lock him up. So y'all can read this court case thing right here. This is everything. This is the gag order that she sent out. Also, this is also the decision in order on sealing and confidentiality. So you can see here, it says the hearing notice was a court appointees. You see privacy, dignity, all that stuff. It says Libra describes her husband in hyperbolic terms as being in prison without human rights and have been kept away from her. She believes his case amplifies the evils of guardianship and wants to advocate on behalf of all those who have issues with guardianships and conservatorships, okay? And also you see that Lisa signed off of January 27th, 2023. Now, I know all of y'all thinking like, this sounds very familiar. When I read it, pause, whatever. I know you guys are going to pause and read it, but it sounds very familiar. It sounds like the same thing that has happened, right? It sounds like this is what's going on and so forth, right? Right, exactly. Well, let me tell you this. This is the same thing that she's doing to Wendy. And now we understand. At first, I know a lot of people were like, oh, why would they show her in this sense? Why would they put this out there of Wendy? Why is that out there? And then we got to the second part, to the ending, we got more detail and started to say, oh, now we see why this is out there. Now we see why the family said, you know what, we're going to put this documentary. It's not just for them. It was to show people. I took it as the documentary, not just for us to look at it and for them also, but it was education. Like, this is what's really going on. Like, nobody knows. Wendy needs her family. Wendy needs her family around. And for the conditions that Wendy was in, it's the same thing that was said in that gag order that the judge tried to hide about what she was doing, that woman's father was in. If you look at Sabrina, ain't no shade, but I got to keep it a buck. This is my thought. Sabrina looked like she has been battling things herself. Like, she is one of them rich women who can sit here and pay her way out of anything and get out of this and that because she know people in high places. No shade. That's what I'm getting for her. Allegedly, that's what I see. Sabrina looked like she got some things going on herself. For you to not sit here and give her manager money to feed her, where she drinks all day, she can't have access to her money. And now we starting to see, and I sat here thinking the whole time we watched, I was like, man, if they don't got access to money, somebody got to be buying alcohol. And then we saw that Sean was buying alcohol. So then I was like, wait a minute. So nobody has money to get this woman a proper plate, to get this woman food, or say, hey, you know, I got Wendy, can you give her some food? Like, that's New York. Wendy was the queen of New York. There is no way that woman can't sit down at a freaking restaurant and have somebody give her some freaking food because of who she is. You can't freaking tell me that there was nobody that knew who she was and supported her to make sure she ate. They didn't make sense and have no groceries. Because if they could have contacted the right people, that woman could have groceries in her fridge. So when her guests and her niece would have came over, they have food. And I knew it was a bunch of crap, a bull crap. Then now we're getting the detail that she threatened, and I don't know why Kevin didn't talk about it, because I think he probably was scared. He didn't know, which I understand. You decided to threaten to put a black young boy in jail for trying to take care of his mother. You, as one type of evil racist heifer, you is racist as heck. You're disgusting. But I'm going to tell you why I felt like Sean knew more. And I seen, if y'all paid attention to what I said in the last recap, I said, Sean know who it is. I feel like she know Lisa, or she know the Guardian. And I feel like they related some way, allegedly. Sean is always buying the alcohol. Sean is always purchasing the vapes. Sean is not making sure she got money for food. Will took her out because, like he said, he probably contacted the Guardian and said, hey, listen, we need to take Wendy out to get some dinner. She needs some food. She ain't no groceries. But Sean paid for the ticket. Remember, she said Sean brought her a ticket to L.A. And Sean said she paid for the ticket to L.A. It all started to make sense. I'm going to keep covering this. I have to, because I feel like it's going to be a lot more that's coming out. Remind y'all, they have a court case for the overturn of the guardianship this year. So get ready. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I got some more videos coming for y'all. We're going to talk about Nature Boy. We're going to talk about Wendy Williams. Then we're going to talk about Just Hilarious T.S. Medicine. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.
Let's go. We cater to you.